NBC Bay Area News starts now.
I remember the government shutdown and the debate it sparked among politicians and political pundits. One side claiming a shutdown could push us back into recession, the other saying it would have almost no impact on our economy.
Well, less than 2 months after that shutdown, the stock market has reached new record highs, and the jobs reports have been better than almost anyone expected. So, does that end the argument, you ask? Well, in tonight's Reality Check, Sam Brock looks at whether these economic warnings were more bark than bite. Hello, Sam.
Diane, good evening. You know, there was definitely disagreement at the time over how catastrophic a shutdown would be. Economic reports this week would suggest not that catastrophic. But here's the key. It's not about what the job numbers are, but what they could have been without a shutdown. And the answer is no one knows who's right. It was a black eye for our country, a 2-week period in October when the federal government just flat out shut down. Depending upon which lawmaker you heard from, the results would prove either terrible or barely noticeable.
Past shutdowns have disrupted the economy significantly. This one would too.
I'll just say most Americans realize the government shut down. It has no impact on their daily life. They got their mail today. They're going to get the Social Security check.
So who is right? A few months later, and job prospects are looking up, thanks to sizable gains in construction, manufacturing, and other sectors. The U.S. added 203,000 jobs in November, and unemployment sank to a 5-year low of 7%. Not bad for a creaky economy, right?
Having that first number start with a 2, having the 200,000 plus job numbers is really good. People will be encouraged by that.
Gregory Rosston with Stanford's Institute for Economic Policy Research says the economy is showing positive signs, but he cautions we still have a low labor participation rate, meaning plenty of folks are staying on the sidelines, not even looking for work, or they're underemployed.
And to pass a 1-year delay of Obamacare.
As for those shenanigans in Washington, did we really survive unscathed? Rosston says that's extremely unlikely, despite recent news. Is this validation to all those folks that said, don't worry about a government shutdown, it won't really hurt our economy?
I don't think so. This is something where you don't know what would have happened if we hadn't had the shutdown. It could have been, we could have gotten this 250,000 job increase. There were a lot of people who cut back on spending. Consumer spending was dropped a lot because you had government contractors who didn't have paychecks and other things like that. So it took quite a while for this to come back.
And Rosston reminds us another showdown could have dire consequences. And that is because just about any economist will tell you uncertainty is horrible for businesses and it's horrible for hiring. So job growth and spending may have stayed relatively stable despite that first shutdown. Do not expect the same results in round 2 if that should occur. I'm Sam Brock. That's today's Reality Check. Back to you.